You ever just sit back and watch everyone else? The world's a trip. People rushing around, following the same routines, buying the same stuff. It's like they're all on autopilot. Me? I like to observe. I've got my own small crew, people I trust. We question almost everything. We don't just accept the way things are. It's not about being a rebel for the sake of it. It's about being true to yourself, your own thoughts, your own path. The world needs more of that. People who aren't afraid to be different. There's a certain freedom in not caring what everyone else is doing. You're not bound by their expectations. You can be yourself, flaws and all. It's liberating, but it's not always easy. Being different can make you a target. People are uncomfortable with what they don't understand. They might judge you, try to bring you down, but that's their problem, not yours. Here's the thing. Blindly following is dangerous. Whether it's a politician, a celebrity, or even just your social group, don't just take their word for it. Think for yourself. Analyze the information. Question everything. We're bombarded with information these days. Social media, news, advertising. It's overwhelming. It's easy to get caught up in the noise and lose sight of what's real. That's why critical thinking is more important than ever. Don't be afraid to disagree. Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. Don't be afraid to question authority. The most important thing is to form your own opinions based on facts and logic, not on what everyone else is telling you to think. Remember, the majority is seldom right. Some of the greatest minds in history were considered crazy in their time. They dared to think differently. They dared to challenge the conventional wisdom, and the world is a better place because of it. Open-mindedness is key. Don't be afraid of new ideas, even if they challenge your beliefs. Listen to different perspectives. You might learn something. We live in a complex world. There's no one right answer to everything. What works for one person might not work for another. That's why it's important to be open to different ways of thinking. Don't get stuck in your own echo chamber. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who make you think differently. It's how you grow. Be curious. Ask questions. The world is full of fascinating people with unique perspectives. You never know what you might discover if you're open to it. Stepping outside your comfort zone is scary, no doubt, but it's also where the magic happens. It's where you learn, where you grow, where you discover who you really are. That safe space, that comfort zone, it's an illusion. It's a cage you build for yourself. It might feel secure, but it's also limiting. It keeps you from experiencing all that life has to offer. Take risks, try new things. Don't be afraid to fail. Failure is just a part of the process. It's how you learn and get better. What's on the other side of your fear? What are you capable of? If you push past your limits, you might be surprised by what you find. Section 5, the price of nonconformity. Let's be real. Being a nonconformist isn't easy. People might not get you. You might get lonely. You might even be ostracized. It's the price you pay for being different. Society likes to put people in boxes. It makes them feel safe. But when you don't fit in a box, it makes people uncomfortable. They might try to pressure you to conform, to fit in. This can take a toll on your mental health. It's easy to start doubting yourself, to feel like you're not good enough. That's why it's important to have a strong sense of self. Remember your values. Remember who you are. Don't let anyone dim your light. Your uniqueness is your strength. It's what makes you special. Section 6, thriving on the fringes. So how do you thrive as a nonconformist? How do you navigate a world that doesn't always understand you? First off, be valuable. Develop skills that are in demand. Even if you don't fit the traditional mold, your skills will speak for themselves. Be aware of the consequences of your actions. Nonconformity for the sake of it can be self-sabotaging. Pick your battles. Find your tribe. Connect with like-minded people who accept you for who you are. It makes the journey a lot easier when you have a support system. And most importantly, never stop learning, growing, and evolving. The world is constantly changing, and so are you. Section 7. Standing on the shoulders of giants. Look, you're not alone in this. History is full of nonconformists who changed the world. People who dared to be different, who challenged the status quo, who made us see things in a new light. Marie Curie, a woman in a man's world, revolutionized science. Galileo Galilei challenged the Church's teachings and expanded our understanding of the universe. These were people who didn't fit in, people who were ridiculed, ostracized, even punished for their beliefs. But they stayed true to themselves, they followed their own path, and they made the world a better place because of it. Their stories are a reminder that being different is not a weakness, it's a strength. It's what allows us to see the world differently, to challenge the status quo, and to make real change. Section 8. The natural nonconformist. Being a natural nonconformist is about more than just being different. It's a way of life. It's about questioning everything, thinking for yourself, and never backing down from your beliefs. It's about embracing your individuality, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about standing up for what you believe in, even when you're standing alone. It's not always easy. You'll face challenges. You'll be misunderstood. But you'll also experience a level of freedom and fulfillment that most people never will. So if you're a natural nonconformist, embrace it. The world needs your unique perspective. The world needs your courage. The world needs you to be you. Keep your head down and your powder dry.